If I told you that you're probably making at least three money mistakes right now, mistakes that are actively destroying your wealth without you even realizing it, would you believe me? Because here's the truth. Most of us think we're doing okay with money. We pay our bills. We save a little. We try to be smart. But underneath the surface, there are these quiet, invisible habits that are bleeding us dry. And the worst part? We don't even see it happening. So today, we're exposing 8 bad money habits that are silently destroying your wealth. And more importantly, how to fix them before it's too late. Let's start with the big one, lifestyle inflation, also called lifestyle creep. And this one is absolutely brutal because it feels so good in the moment. Here's how it works. You get a raise at work. Maybe $5,000 more a year. You're excited. You worked hard for it. So what do? You upgrade. You move to a nicer apartment. You lease a better car. You start eating out more. And none of it feels irresponsible. It feels deserved. But here's the problem. Your spending just went up at the exact same rate as your income. So even though you're making more money, you're not actually getting ahead. And here's the shocking stat. A 2025 Goldman Sachs report found that 40% of households earning $500,000 or more still felt like they were living paycheck to paycheck. $500,000 a year, and they still can't breathe. That's lifestyle inflation in action. The fix? Every time your income goes up, decide in advance where that extra money is going. Before you touch it, before you see it in your account, automate half of it straight into savings or investments. Let yourself enjoy the other half, but lock down that savings piece first. Otherwise, it just evaporates. Next up, not having an emergency fund. And I know. You've heard this a million times, but here's why it actually matters. Life is unpredictable. Your car breaks down, you lose your job. A medical bill hits. And if you don't have a cushion, you're forced to go into debt just to survive. Credit cards, payday loans, high interest rates that trap you in a cycle you can't escape. Research shows that people without emergency funds are 3 times more likely to fall into serious debt after a single unexpected expense. 3 times. The goal here is simple. 3 to 6 months of living expenses. And yes, if your lifestyle has crept up, your emergency fund needs to match it. Start small if you have to. Even $20 a month. Just start. Put it in a high-yield savings account where it earns interest and stays separate from your spending money. Make it automatic. Make it non-negotiable. Here's one that people don't talk about enough. Avoiding your finances entirely. How many of you only check your bank account when something feels wrong? Be honest. Most people treat their money like a health problem they don't want to know about. Out of sight, out of mind. But ignoring your finances doesn't make problems go away. It makes them worse. According to financial experts, people who don't regularly review their accounts are far more likely to overspend, miss payments, and rack up fees without even noticing. The fix is shockingly simple. Set a money date with yourself. Once a week. 15 minutes. Review your accounts. Check your spending. Look at what's coming up. Make it feel good. Put on your favorite playlist. Grab a coffee. Treat it like self-care, not a punishment. Because when you stay aware, you can course correct before small mistakes become massive problems. Now let's talk about paying high fees. This one is sneaky because most people have no idea it's even happening. You're paying fees on your mutual funds, fees on your bank account, ATM fees, overdraft fees, wire transfer fees, and each one feels small. $1 here, $3 there. But it adds up fast. And when it comes to investment fees, it gets even worse. Let me give you an example. Say you're investing $20,000 a year. One fund charges 0.1% in fees. Another charges 1.5%. Over 25 years, at an 8% return, the low-fee fund would have $1.5 million. The high-fee fund? $1.2 million. That's $300,000 lost to fees. $300,000 just gone. The fix? Read the fine print. Always. Check what you're being charged. Switch to low-cost index funds. Use fee-free bank accounts. Stop using ATMs that aren't in your network. Every fee you avoid is money that stays in your pocket. Here's a big one. Only paying the minimum on your debt. Credit cards, student loans, car payments. If you're only paying the minimum every month, you're basically just paying interest and never touching the actual balance. And that means you stay in debt for years, sometimes decades. High interest debt is one of the fastest ways to destroy wealth. It's working against you every single day. Compounding in the wrong direction. The average credit card interest rate right now is over 20%. 20. If you're carrying a balance, that's a massive anchor dragging you down. The fix? Pay more than the minimum. Always. Even if it's just an extra $20 or $50. Focus on the highest interest debt first. That's usually credit cards. Attack it aggressively. And before you take on any new debt, ask yourself 2 questions. Can I actually afford this? And do I really need it? If the answer to either one is no, don't do it. Let's talk about emotional spending, stress shopping, retail therapy, late night scrolling and impulse buying. We've all been there. You had a bad day. You're scrolling Instagram. An ad pops up. 2 clicks later, you just spent $80 on something you didn't need and forgot about 3 days later. Emotional spending is one of the most common bad habits, and it's gotten way worse with technology. In-app purchases, one-click checkouts, buy now, pay later schemes. It's all designed to remove friction so you spend without thinking. And it works. The fix? Build in a waiting period. If you see something you want to buy, wait 24 hours. If you still want it the next day, fine. But most of the time, the urge passes. Also, delete shopping apps from your phone. Unsubscribe from marketing emails. Remove temptation at the source. And if you're a serious impulse spender, use cash for discretionary purchases. When you physically hand over money, it hurts more. And that pain makes you think twice. Here's one that destroys long-term wealth more than almost anything else. Not investing for retirement. I get it. Retirement feels far away. You're young. You've got time, but here's the brutal truth. The longer you wait, the harder it gets. Because of compound interest. Let's say you start investing at age 25. You put away $200 a month. By the time you're 65, assuming an average 8% return, you'll have over $600,000. But if you wait until you're 35 to start, same amount, same return, you'll only have about $280,000. You lost $320,000 by waiting 10 years. The fix? Start now. Even if it's small. Contribute to your 401k. Open an IRA. Automate it so it comes out of your paycheck before you even see it. Aim for 15% of your income, if you can. And don't just let it sit in cash. Invest it, stocks, index funds, ETFs. Let your money work for you. That's how wealth actually grows. Now here's a habit that might surprise you. Holding too much cash. Wait, isn't saving good? Yes. But there's a difference between an emergency fund and hoarding cash that should be invested. If you've got $50,000 sitting in a regular checking account earning 0 interest, that money is actually losing value every single year because of inflation. It's being eroded. According to certified financial planners, one of the most common mistakes among middle-class families is holding way more cash than they actually need. It feels safe, but it's costing you. The fix? Keep your emergency fund liquid. 3 to 6 months of expenses in a high-yield savings account. Everything else? Invest it. Put it to work. Let it grow. Your future self will thank you. And here's the last one. And honestly, it might be the most important. Not educating yourself about money. Financial literacy is the foundation of everything. And yet most of us were never taught this stuff. Not in school. Not at home. So we wing it. We guess. We make expensive mistakes, and we don't even know what we don't know. If you don't understand how credit scores work, how investing works, how taxes work, you're going to lose money. Guaranteed? The fix? Read, learn, consume content like this. Follow financial experts. Take a free online course. Read books like The Simple Path to Wealth. Listen to podcasts. It doesn't have to be complicated. Just start. Because every piece of knowledge you gain is another tool in your financial toolkit. And the more you know, the better decisions you make. So there you have it. 8 bad money habits that are quietly destroying your wealth. Lifestyle inflation. No emergency fund. Avoiding your finances. Paying high fees. Only paying minimums on debt. Emotional spending. Not investing for retirement. And holding too much cash. The good news? Every single one of these is fixable. You just have to recognize the habit, commit to changing it, and take action. Small steps. Consistent effort. That's how you build real wealth. So pick one habit from this list. Just one. And start there. Fix that one thing. Then move to the next. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be better than you were yesterday. If this helped you, hit subscribe. Drop a comment and let me know which habit hit home for you. And I'll see you in the next one.